What's up, guys? It's August 21st, about 7:30 in the morning. Brewer here. Pretty excited today. I have a ducted mini split install that we're on our way to go set up for the guys, get them started. Really excited because I have a new guy starting today. He's got some experience, which is really refreshing, and got me thinking that I've had a lot of employees over the years, and I've been an employee since I started working when I was 14 or 15 years old, and I kind of wanted to give my opinion on what I think makes a good employee. Now, since this is an HVAC channel, I know that this is going to be mostly geared towards apprentices if they watch it, but I think that you could take these certain skills and apply them to other professions, and you'll go far, and you'll make yourself invaluable for the most part. Most people are replaceable, myself included. Whatever it may be, for money or personality conflicts or what have you. But if you just follow some of these, you'll make yourself, it'll be hard for somebody to look you over. So let's start. I have a couple notes here that I'll be looking at as I go through this, and I'll add to it. Ask quality questions. Have a good knowledge, and be self-motivated in learning. So it's going to take you a long time to learn even just the basics. Not even school is going to give you what you need. So you're going to always be building on top of that, is the point. There's lots of things out there. There's lots of YouTube videos. There's lots of training places you can go to. This industry in particular is always changing, and it's always evolving. Comfort is a big thing, and you got to stay on top of it. Thermostats, motors, boards, communications, types of systems that you install. There's always going to be something to learn, and in my opinion, it shouldn't be up to the business owner or managers to keep you trained. You should want to be up to speed for yourself. That's how you earn more money. That's how you secure your position. You be self-motivated in learning, and that would be for whatever job that you're in. If you want to go somewhere, then you have to own that and train yourself up to be the best. Do what's shown or asked of you. Take pride and ownership in your performance, workmanship, and overall self. That includes your appearance, the job that you do. Don't cut corners. If you're going to do something, do it the right way. And if you don't know how to do something, ask. Take a pride in your appearance when you go to work. If your uniform shirt is tattered or all stained up, and it makes you look like a soup sandwich, then change it and bring it up. Take some pride in grooming your hair, your breath. We got to talk to people. Your clothes, your shoes, everything about you, the way that you carry yourself. Stand up straight. Have good posture, and you'll because you're in front of customers and you're a representative of whatever agency or company that you're working for. So take pride in yourself and take pride in the work that you do. You should want to show whatever job you do, you should want to show that to everybody. That's one of the reasons why I like the Facebook page and I like YouTube, because nobody's really going to put junk onto the social media sites unless you don't really care. But I want to put good stuff on there to show the potential and the quality of work that we do. And if it looks like garbage, I can't put it on there. So take some ownership and pride, because that's representative of who you are. That goes as far as with the vehicle that you drive, whether it's a company issued vehicle or even your vehicle to and from work. Customers see that. They look in the back of vehicles, and if they don't know you or talk to you and know that you know what you're talking about, or can see your work in the past through pictures or referrals, they can only go by what they see. So if they see somebody who's got a messed up uniform and a dirty truck, they're going to assume that their home is going to get dirty, and you're not going to care about what they work hard to have. So take some pride and take some ownership in yourself and your overall performance at work. Be early, not on time. I heard that being early is on time, so you shouldn't be late, especially if you're new. There's no reason to be late to a job. If you can't get there on time because of traffic or other things, get yourself up early and get there on time. There's no reason why you should be late. Again, that comes back to taking pride in yourself and wanting to excel in this profession or whichever profession you choose to work in. The phrases "I forget" or "I forgot," "I don't know," and "that's not my job description." Those are things that you shouldn't have in this trade. We do a lot with regards to learning other trades and needing to know the basics for other trades: plumbing, electrical, basic construction knowledge, and it's more important to keep the job moving than to say that, that's not my job description, or I can't do that, we'll have to come back because of that. Just do it, get it done, and move on. Progression, okay? So the "I forgots" and the "I don't know," if you don't know, ask. And if you are a forgetful type of a person, well, that just means you don't do a good job at remembering, and you should do a better job at writing things down. In this day and age, we have smartphones that you can keep track of pretty much everything. There's no reason why you shouldn't have a schedule, why you shouldn't have a notepad open, whether it's a pen and paper in your pocket, back pocket, to take notes, to not forget anything. You shouldn't go to a truck and when you're asked to get a tool without knowing what you're getting. If you don't know, ask. If you don't know where it is, then you should probably figure it out. And if you think that you're going to forget the list, then write it down. Buy good tools. Now, when you're first starting out, I know that everybody has a limited budget, and I did myself, but tools cost a good amount of money, but they're an investment, and you have to invest in yourself and your profession. So buy good quality tools. Ask opinions of guys that have been doing this for a bit of time of what they think or what they use. Ask to look at their tools and see what they carry. There's lots of videos out there of what guys carry in their bags and what they carry on their trucks, and what you need and what you don't. And then prioritize and buy a tool a week, a tool a paycheck. Most companies, myself included, we reimburse for tools. You just have to get approval first, but you can acquire tools, and nobody's going to expect you to have them all as a first year or just starting out in this. Nobody's going to expect you to have all of the tools that you need, but you need to acquire them over time. Again, this comes back to investing in yourself, and you want to make yourself valuable, so this is your trade and you need to invest in tools. Guys that have construction businesses, nobody bought the tools for them and sent them out. They bought them tools themselves over time, and that's how it is. And if you want to work in this trade, or any trade for that matter, you need to make that investment in yourself. But buy good ones. I mean, at first, there's some tools that you can cheap on, and you can go to Harbor Freights or the value stores and get some things. But over time, you have to buy some good quality tools. Try to be prepared and one step ahead. Like I said, always carry a pad of paper. There's no reason why you should not forget anything. You should always be able to remember stuff. And if you find that that's not your strong suit, well, then figure out a way so that way you don't forget. Practice site safety. So safety's paramount. We work in electric service panels. We're messing with flames and tanks that carry gases and there's a lot to be cautious of. So be careful. Be neat where you're working. If you're working in a tight space or a tight area, clean up as you go along. It's less to deal with at the end of the day, but it's a safe work area. Nobody needs to be tripping over anything. So practice site safety. If you're going to work on electric, let everybody know. Shut the service panel off. If you're going to work on gas, shut the meter off. You don't have to do everything on the fly, and just practice site safety. Eye protection, ear protection where you need it, so that way you can stay around for a long time in this industry. Cleanliness is important of the trucks, so keep the truck clean, keep your tools clean, be mindful of where you're working, job site. Use shoe covers, use drop cloths, use gloves, especially when you're working in new homes, around new cabinets or bathrooms and ceilings, and take some time and prep before you start any work. That's pretty important. I mean, it only takes a minute to go in and take a look and take inventory of what you think you're going to need, and bring all the tools with you into where you're working, so that way you're not making lots of multiple trips back and forth to the truck, or then you have to go out to the supply house. If you got to go to the supply house, take a second to take a look at what you need and get a good inventory list, so that way you make one trip rather than multiple trips. That's just being efficient, and that's pretty important as well. Not every company is for everyone. Everybody's got to start out somewhere. It might not be the permanent place where you're going to stay. You just got to find a good home for you, and that's going to be up to you to make that determination. I would give it a little bit of time if you start somewhere, because it might just be difficult just because you're new, but you got to stick with things. But if it's not working for you, find someplace else. Don't waste the owner's time, your own time, or the time of the guys that are training you, because time's valuable, and there's no reason to waste it. You don't have to be the best. Just do your best. It's something that I tell my boys. They're always very concerned about how I view them and their performance, and I tell them that I'll never be upset with you if you aren't the best, but the only time I'll be upset, or you should be upset at yourself, is if you didn't at least try your best. And I think that's important, and that kind of wraps up everything that I've said above so far. Know your value and what you bring to the company. And you might think when you're first starting out that you're worth more money, but if you're not getting all good feedback from the guys that are training you, or the guys that have been around for a while, then you're going to stay where you're at. And if you want to excel, practice some of these things and be constantly improving, and show that you want to do better and you want to get to that next level, whether it be a manager or a foreman or a salesman, or go to commercial. And there's lots of areas where you can move in this field, but you need to, nobody's going to get you there. You're going to have to do it yourself. So practice some of these things, and you'll go far, whether it's in HVAC, or whether it's in plumbing or construction or sales. Always be improving yourself. Take care of yourself with health. If you don't have a good diet, take care of that. In this industry, we work in attics and sometimes crawl spaces. If you work down the shore, sometimes you're in crawl spaces that are so shallow your nose touches the floor joists when you're on your back in the sand, and you can't really be overweight and work in there for any length of time. So you definitely want to take care of yourself. Bring a lunch to work. It's a good way to be efficient with your day, and make the most of it. So I think I kind of got everything out that I wanted to discuss or go over. It was just important to me to share that, because that's how I think that you guys will go far, whether it's in this industry or any other one for that matter. So take it for what it's worth. Always be improving, and have a great day.